It's your boy Speedy B. Shout out to R3V on the road to 2022 draft. Shout out to DeeBoogie on the production. And we're here live to restore the vision.
All right, bet. So yeah, bro, like I said, I appreciate you coming out, man, showing us love. We definitely got something special with the agency, man. So Th3 Sports and Entertainment, we here. This the beginning.
Appreciate
you know
what I mean?
This our campaign, dog, and we down here in Raleigh, Durham.
Correct.
You know, we got locked in with the real ones. I told my man, bro, we here. You know what I'm saying? I played at Central. I've been down here over 10 years. I got to lock in with the dudes that did it on a major level in this city. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on. So again, brother, I definitely appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all having me. Appreciate
you already know, man.
Already.
We locked in with it, man.
Already know.
I just appreciate you coming through, man. Can't even said enough, man. You know, we're gonna get straight into this jump. We're gonna get straight to it, bro.
There it is, man. So look, man, Th3 Finance here, man. I'm Rakeem Vick. We locked in, man, with Brandon Banks. Hey, my man that did it on every level you can imagine, man. I'm telling you. A very, very, very high class, high profile dude, man. He did it at a boys club level, did it at a high school level, did it on a football field, did it in track. I heard he could dunk, I heard he got bounced. Like, I mean, he just one of those dudes, man. And, you know, we want to talk about how a kid from Raleigh, you know what I'm saying, make it to the league, you know what I'm saying, make it to the NFL. How a kid, what did it take for you as a youngin' from Raleigh, some of the stuff you experienced to make it to the league?
First it started with a dream and a mindset, for real. Man, growing up, I got a grandfather, man. He played football. He kind of was a legend in the city. And I just seen him play, my pops and my mom, athletic. And then I was just fell in love with the game growing up. I mean, started with a dream, like I said, man. Once I knew, probably about 6 years old, I knew that's what I wanted to do. As soon as my grandfather put the football in my hand, I knew that's what I wanted to do, play football. Yeah. So just growing up with a dream and having a heart, man. I just got a lot of passion for the game, and I knew I was against odds at the same time, so I always had a chip on my shoulder. You know, I'm a little guy, you know, I'm kind of against the stigma of what a football player looked like, you know what I mean? So it was fun challenge for me, you know what I mean? So I took advantage of it, and it got me to the place I am today.
Nah, that's real, man. And speaking on that, a lot of people don't know this, but you on paper, like, you are the smallest guy to ever play in the NFL.
Facts, actual facts.
The smallest guy to ever play in the NFL and CFL.
Oh, let's make it clear though, weight-wise.
Weight-wise. Come on,
weight-wise. That's
that chippy talk about. Like,
I ain't the shortest.
Yeah.
Weight-wise, but don't let the weight fool you though. I still was out though.
Bro, they said 149. You weighed in at 149.
Yeah, I weighed at one, but it got me up to my playing weight was about 156.
Yeah.
Though, but I was training hard. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get myself in shape to run the fastest 40. So I was trying to lose weight and just get in the best shape as I could when I weighed in at the combine. So when I weighed in at the combine, that 149 I stuck. Okay. But by the time I started playing my first preseason game, I was about 156. So, yeah.
That's all right, man. So that's where the chip come from. So my question is, you know, you were a world-class track guy. You know what I mean? World class. I'm talking about. You had the speed. You broke records in school.
Right.
You know what I mean? You had the opportunity to be known as that guy. You know, you winning stuff down in Greensboro. You winning stuff in, you know, just open competitions. I seen you in Landover. Y'all ran up in Maryland before the skins.
Right.
You know what I mean? What made you say, nah, not track football? Knowing that you know you're not the biggest guy weight class. You know what I mean?
Right.
People, I'm sure they, you know, parents, family, man, you could get hurt. You know, it's a dangerous game out there. They hitting.
Right.
You know,
the story is, so my sister, I don't know if y'all heard of my sister. My sister's world-class track. She went to Texas A&M. So I'm a year older than her. So my 10th grade year, she's in 9th grade. She's running track, and she blew up in track. I didn't run track my 9th grade year or 10th grade year. So she blew up in track, was going crazy in track, and I seen her getting all this attention. Meanwhile, I'm playing football and playing basketball. And then my 11th grade year, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna help her train, help her get better, and I'm gonna run track. All of a sudden, I just didn't never lose in my 11th grade year till I traveled out the state. So then coming into my senior year, I was ranked like 3rd in the nation. And then in 06, I eventually won the nationals. I became #1 in the nation. So at that point in time in my life, I was good in football. Everybody knew I was good in football, but me being the size that I was, everybody was trying to tell me to take track my way out because they think track gonna get me to the next level. Obviously, you know, back in that day, little guys weren't playing football like they is today. You know what I mean? So I took that and started, you know, focusing on track. Me and my sister was doing our thing. My sister was #1 in the nation. I was #1 in the nation at the same time. Started traveling around the world. I never forget. I went out the country, man.
Yeah, where you go?
I was in Beijing.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm just turned. I'm probably about to turn 18. I think I'm about to turn 18. And man, I got homesick.
Yeah.
I got homesick. All the homies back at the crib chilling. And to be honest, before I got homesick, I'm gonna keep it real. I lost. I got 6th place, but I ran my fastest time ever.
Yeah.
So that hurt my pride.
What you was running? What event?
The 100.
100, okay.
So I ran the 10-2 and got the 6th place. So that kind of hurt my pride. Prior to that, I never lost.
Yeah.
So I ran that, lost. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this. I want to go play football. Which was the whole time my heart has always been football. My dream is football, but obviously I'm thinking track is my way out. So long story short, man, I came back home, told my dad. Actually, I flew back home. I got a what they call it, allowance check. They give the allowance check from Nike. Okay. I took my allowance check, bought me a flight back home.
Yeah.
Came back home. My dad was pissed, so he's like, you gotta do something. So I said, I'm gonna play football. So the only way I could play football, because I went and signed a Nike deal, I had to go to JUCO. So I went to California to play football and been a rapper ever since.
What JUCO you was at?
I went to Bakersfield, California.
Okay.
Yeah, that was dope. I mean, it was a different experience, man. I mean, to be honest, I dreaded going into it, because I'm like, man, why I'm making this decision? That shit was like going back to high school for 2 more years. But what made it fun, prior to that going to Bakersfield, they want nothing. But when I got there, we started winning and we became #1 in the nation. So it got fun as I was there over the years. So became a big time JUCO recruit, had some big time schools after me, but I wanted to come back home towards East. And but the situation was right with K-State. Like the quarterback, Josh Freeman was there. I don't know if y'all remember Josh Freeman. He's a first round quarterback. And then Jordy Nelson, he was leaving. So I was gonna go right in and play, but that's what they was promising me. So that's why I went K-State.
That's real, bro. That's real. So let me back up, cause you just went through it like.
Oh damn,
it
like
no, you ain't do nothing. No, you good. But you just said like, yeah, man, I had a Nike contract, like.
Right.
At 18, bro, 17, 18, you had a Nike. That's big time, dog. Like you had a Nike contract, and that's what kept you from. Just imagine if kids was really like taking advantage of the NIL right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Name, image, likeness. Just imagine if. You know, if you could have got paid off your name, if Banks could have got paid off his name,
I'm keep behind with you. In 06, man, me and my sister won nationals on the same day. Yeah. Like literally the same day. She won the 100, and she ran out of track, won it, and I turned around and won it. So it blew up. Like News Observer, the local newspaper in Raleigh, like it blew up.
Shout out to the sis.
So like around that time, like you said, around that time, we could have been using our liking to make whatever, because they had us in interviews here. They was coming to our house every week. I was coming home with a box in my door. Nike just saying that stuff.
Yeah.
Like every week.
Sweatsuits,
track spikes, book bags, glasses, the Oakley glasses, all that type of stuff.
That's alright.
Yeah. So, but it was pretty dope, man. But like I said, my heart was in football.
That's real. So fast forward, right? You got K-State, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta ask, cause I rep Central, man. Y'all can see it right there. If the cameras can see it, you know. I played at Central, man, so I'm big on the HBCU and our athletes, right? So, what's some of the HBCUs that came, knocking at your door? So, what's some of the schools that showed you some love?
Well, let me back up. Then the HBCUs showed me love in high school. I was here in Raleigh. Okay. They showed me mainly the St. Aug's, the Centrals. I couldn't win any HBCU for track, but for football, mainly St. Aug and Central for football. I got a little Grambling, a little interest, but anywhere HBCU for track, for sure. But once I got California, ain't no HBCU just reach out like that. I mean, it was mainly D1s and mainly on West Coast teams out there.
If you could go back now, would you go HBCU?
I mean, it depends on what time and era we in.
Right.
This era, yeah. Back then, I don't think it was. I think for us to live out our dream, we had to go to one of them not Power 5 teams, but one of them teams that's going to have to be on the tube and ESPN that.
Facts.
Because now people are woke to know what HBCUs are. Now people are investing money into them. So people are like, TV companies are know what they are now and putting them on TV now. I don't think they was doing that back then.
Right.
So it depends on what era we talking about. Now, today, I would, because I'm for my people, and I think either way I'ma shine either way, and they gotta come get me either way. And I think it'd be fun to play against the Jackson States and the Grambling, and I think that's dope. I like that atmosphere and that culture.
I feel you, bro. I mean, I had I had an opportunity to play against both of the teams that you just named. Coming from HBCU guy, I graduated from Virginia University of Lynchburg.
Right.
Shout out to my Dragons, man. But again, though, bro, I had that experience, and my team wasn't the best. But I understood how when I got my chance at the league with the Ravens, that politics, man. Like damn, like you know what I'm saying. I'm witnessing me coming in at receiver, shitting on the DB that they drafted in the 5th round. I ain't gonna say no names, but they ain't showing me my props. They coaching him up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, y'all already know what's going
politics,
on.
Man.
But I ain't gonna stay there with that. But you know, I totally understand the politics just coming from the HBCU. But again, like you said, bro, if you got it, they gonna find you, bro.
Right.
You got it, they gonna find it.
But back then it was kind of hard. I mean, but still, you got Hall of Famers that came from Jackson State, Mississippi State, Jerry and people like them. Like you said, if you got it, you got it. I mean, if you got that it factor, and I believe I had that, they gonna come get you. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, so let's talk about K-State, man, because I'm sure you turn. I saw you turn K-State out, man.
It's fun to see.
Hey, so how many people compared you to like Sproles? Because I know Sproles had it. Yeah. He another one, short. You know what I mean?
As soon as I got there, man, that's the first thing. As soon as I was my first interview, that's what the first question was about.
Come on.
That was big homie though. I reached out to him. We got a good relationship to this day. But man, y'all know what he can do, and obviously I was trying to come in and do the things he did, but I got to compare it to him a lot. But obviously our game's a little different, you know what I mean? He's a running back, you know what I mean? But we related on like special teams and punt return like that. He definitely kept up with me and definitely let me know what things to do, what things not to do. So that was definitely a big homie.
That's real. That's real. So K-State, man, you got a chance to spin. You got a chance to, play the game that you love. You've been playing since you was younger.
Right.
How much of that track speed, that mindset, the work you put in on the track field, transitioned to the football field and, made you that dynamic player at K-State?
Definitely transition shit, because I got away from them linebackers and them safeties as fast as I could. But shit, to be honest, I was one of the fastest on the field as always. So by me playing track, I think it helped me. It's a difference between being fast on the field and scoring touchdowns.
Come on.
I feel like you can be fast, but if you ain't scoring tubs, it don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? I'm a person, you gotta get to that zone, the end zone. So I like putting up them touchdowns. So I feel like my track speed was able to propel me to put up them big seasons, double-digit touchdown numbers. You know what I mean? I like scoring tubs. If you got 5 catches for 115 yards with no tubs,
in the box.
I mean, you did all right, but come on, man, make a difference. Put some numbers on the board. That's how I feel, and I feel like that track speed was able to help me to make a difference in a lot of games by actually getting to the box and breaking angles and, being that elite speed that I had.
Boy, they love you in fantasy football.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I remember back in the day, I used to get tweets when I was playing with the Redskins about what I helped them with fantasy football. I still kind of don't understand it. I don't pay attention to it.
You're a football player, man.
Right, yeah.
You're a football player, man. That's what you do, man.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about that chip on your shoulder, man, and talk a little bit about Raleigh, where you from.
Right.
Growing up, you know what I mean? Because it's tough in certain areas. You know what I mean? Some people come from different backgrounds, you know what I mean, to where, the neighborhood you grew up, you might didn't have the resources needed.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean, you got the resources needed, but your parents just wasn't all the way there. Or, whatever the situation. Or you had both of your parents that was on your ass, and, that's what, made you get to where you were. But I just want you to kind of walk us through, where you from, the part of Raleigh, because I done been down here, man. It ain't weak. It ain't weak in Raleigh, man. The boys talk about rough Raleigh, and they mean it. You know what I mean? It's some dudes that, that's out here.
I'm from south side of Raleigh. Paula Heights, it is that. Melbourne Court area, for real. I grew up, to be honest, I grew up with my aunt. My aunt raised me and 3 of my brothers. My mom was on drugs. But by the time I was in 7th grade, my father came and got custody of me.
Okay.
All right, so I went and stayed with my father in Garner. So pretty much once I got stayed with my father in Garner, I seen a whole nother life. Like I wasn't on the south side of Raleigh no more. I was in the house with structure. My dad had us on top of me and my sister to be exact. So pretty much once I got to Garner, man, it was just all sports. That's when I really picked up the game, was really serious about it. I was playing, when I was on south side of Raleigh, I was playing rake ball for the Raleigh Rams, running around being a badass little kid. But my dad got himself together, and big ups to my pops. He got himself together, got his kids, and moved us to Garner. And had a great structured life then, and like I said, man, he a big reason why I was able to fulfill my dreams by, making all the rides. Like you said, it's tough, man. You don't really got too many resources. We didn't have too many guys that made it to the league before a couple of guys ahead of me made it, but you didn't really see that example unless you went out, out of the city to look for that example for the dream that you want. But like I said, man, it's pretty much big up to my father, man. And then later on in life, obviously my mama got herself together. She's back in my life today, so big up to my mom. She's doing well.
That's real, man. That's real. Yeah. And I appreciate you opening up like that,
yeah,
man.
That's real.
So another thing I wanted to talk about, man, because you play with Santana Moss dudes who, some ballers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who was that youngin' on the south side that'll give you that work that don't nobody know about? Who was on the south side that was raw that, just didn't get a chance to make it? Some of them youngins out there, because I know where I'm from, it's a lot of us.
Oh, shit, it's a lot of things right now.
Who was that? Like, who stand out to you?
Oh, man. There's too many to name. Let's see. Cully made it, though. Chris Culliver, he made it to the 49ers. He was my road dog. He was pretty much like that on that field. Got respect for my dog Cleo. Don't forget about my dog Cleo. He was out there making noise. There's too many names. Greg Williams. He got this damn state rushing with a single game rushing record. He went to Bakersfield. He went to college for it, but he, everybody got their different stories. Man, it's a lot of guys that was just out here. I can't really remember. I just feel like I'm the best, you know what I mean?
Hey, I hear that.
I was just on a whole other level, I don't know. But no, it's a lot of guys that was out here that's nice, that should get a respect. But everybody got their own avenues. It's hard to make it, man. That's what they say, 1%, man.
Sure.
1% is tough. Y'all know you been in it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, hey, over here at Th3, man, we give people their flowers, man. So, we always love to pay homage to the ones that help us get where we at. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got a quarterback or a corner or a defense or somebody that was with you in the gym.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With you in the trenches, getting you, tapping into your mindset, holding you accountable.
Right.
Little shit like that, man, that people don't always understand is so key to development, man.
Right.
And that shit is powerful, man.
Right. You need somebody like that.
And I always tell about my man, we was about 12 years old, man. This nigga asked somebody, I think I was one of our little homies, man, rest in peace to my man, little BB, man. But little shorty walked up on me, and we chilling somewhere, I don't know, man, we probably about 13, 14. Little shorty walk up like, yeah, man, JRob, you want to hit this cigarette, man? We chilling. He said, you want to hit this cigarette? I'm like, shit, let me see that jump. King was like, man, get that shit out your hand, dog. I'm like, oh. What's up? But I looked at Kim and Kim was like, nah, we ain't on that, Slim.
Yeah.
Like, cuz be on that shit. Like, and from that point on, bro, I ain't never smoked a cigarette in my life.
Right, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? And again, bro, from that moment on, I was like, man, there's people out here that give a fuck about you, man, that care about you, that want to see you succeed, who hold you accountable, make you remember what you said, bro. And sometimes those people don't make it to where we go. Right. But the little bit of accountability they held upon you gets you over that hump, bro. Right. And that's why, you know what I'm saying? I'm a family man, man. I'm all about the family, man. And sometimes family ain't always your relative, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. I came out to Raleigh, man, and I built my own family again. I got my family 100%. My family big as shit. Y'all see it, you know what it is. Yeah. But, but I'm telling you, man, connections is crazy, bro. Right. And the people that connect with you and show you genuine love and put it into you and pour it into you. Right. And again, hold you accountable, man. Some people, that shit goes missed, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm telling
you, man. But I had to tap in on that, man, because you just pay homage to your man. And people that you know that probably stay on you. They probably see you doing some wild shit. They like, hey, nah, we can't do that, bro.
I definitely got a best friend like that. Homie, Lil Keith. Man, he ain't got an athletic bone in his body, bro. But he'll go run with me, go do whatever, go to the gym with me or whatever. Or he'll tell me when, you know what I mean? Bro, you ain't worked out in 2 days, bro. You can't just sit on the couch doing, what you do. Yeah. But I got, I got a couple of dudes in my corner like that. Obviously, I keep my circle small, man. I know a lot of people, but I don't hang with a lot of people. If you feel what I'm saying. But I definitely got the type of people in my corner. Obviously, you need them. If you don't, boy, you'll run off the road, man.
100%. That's real. So I want to talk about just the agency game, man, because I know it's a serious business.
That's a serious business.
You know what I mean? We fully understand what we barking up on. We know what game we playing, what field we on. We know what time it is out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with you putting up numbers at K-State, I seen it earlier, man. You in record books, bro.
Right.
You really did it. You ran fast, 4.2 kid.
Right.
And you went undrafted. What was that process like for you coming out of?
I'm gonna keep.
You know what I mean? Coming out of K-State and having that opportunity to play in the league.
I'm gonna keep 100. What happened with mine? I got a good agent. But coming out of my senior year, bro, I had good reviews. But I was supposed to go 5th, 6th round. And keep 100. I had gotten into some little trouble. I had got arrested. And so that shit was probably about a month before draft.
Yeah.
After I got back from combine, so I got in a little trouble and got arrested. So that hurt my draft stock. Well, I got signed with the Redskins 15 minutes after the draft ended.
Man.
So I was like a priority draftee.
Yeah, a steal is what they call
it.
it.
So like my agent, he did his thing though. Like he kept me informed, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna be honest though, after he got me signed, it's like I never heard from him again. You know, I mean, obviously I heard from him, but it wasn't that same. He wasn't hitting me up weekly like he was prior to me signing. You know what I mean? So that agency, man, that jump, it's a snaky world, bro. You gotta find one that really care about you, bro. Cause to be honest, all they really care about them dollars. You know, getting that 3 or 5% or whatever they charge. So to be honest, man, I went through like 3 agents, bro.
Yeah.
Keep 100. I don't have the same agent that I initially went into the Redskins with.
Got you. So just so I could, wrap my head around it, the people who watching this gonna see these youngins out here that's from Raleigh, that's from DC, that's from wherever, right? Some youngins may be in the trenches, right? That they parents gonna see this and they don't really get it. When you talk about the 3%, the 5%, whatever it is that the agent gonna take, what happened after that? So you got your agent, he get you signed, but now you in a position where, you know what I mean, you got real life decisions to make. You know what I'm saying? You got bands in your bank account, you got everything is coming to you, but you know what I mean? And I'm not sure what your situation was, if you understood how money worked.
Right.
But a lot of people, when I was in high school, when I graduated from high school, I didn't understand how money worked.
Right.
I didn't understand taxes. I didn't understand. I didn't know that.
Right.
So to be, you know what I'm saying, that age in the league with that money, and you say your agent wasn't there, like, did you have a financial advisor? Did you have, like, you know what I mean? Walk me through that. What that looked like?
So what happened was, after I signed and made the team, after I made the team, when my contract was almost guaranteed, and I kind of started seeing like what the other rookies was getting, what they was coming in with. They had the Nike deal. Yeah. I don't know if you know about the Nike deal where they give you a password and they give you a certain amount of money a month.
Talk about it.
So they give you a Nike account and you get like $5,000 a month. And you just go on the website and order whatever you want. So a lot of athletes I was seeing a lot of athletes with that. I'm like, so why I ain't got that? Why they ain't call me? Mind you, I done got a little following. I done turned up in the preseason. Yeah. And then my name going around, you feel me? The story that I got. So I'm like, why I ain't getting all that? So I started asking around. So to be honest, my best friend is Trent Williams.
Okay.
Everybody knows Trent Williams, the left tackle. Yeah, Trent Williams. So we came in the same time. That was my roommate. So I'm asking around like, why? He's like, bro, your agent ain't hitting no marketing people up or no companies up or nothing. I'm like, nah, I thought they just come to you. They come. He's like, nah, your agent's supposed to work. Your agent work for you. Right. So when he said that, that's when I was like, I sat back and realized, they really do work for me. I thought they just negotiate contracts. You know what I mean? So now they're supposed to work for you and try to go get you as much money as you could possibly get. Yeah, because it's gonna come back to them with the 3% or 5%.
If he's smart.
Yeah, if he's smart. So when I seen that, fire my agent. Yeah. And got me another one. Because obviously you gonna always have agents in you up. So I got my agent through Trent or whatever. He turned me on to somebody. But with that 3%, 5%, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're a first round draft pick, they're gonna be 5%. They're gonna get you. They're gonna hit you over the head, man. But that's just their fee. They working. Obviously, they gotta work. I mean, obviously, ain't nobody. Time is money. Ain't nobody working for free either. There's some good agents out there. Don't get it twisted. Like I know some dope agents. Vince Taylor, Eugene Parker, retired. There's some good people out here. All agents ain't bad agents, but obviously they on the bad side of the ball because they negotiating. But obviously they the middleman. They taking something, you know what I mean, off the top of it. But That's just part of the game, man. Business is business, right? Like, they go all top of it. So, you know, agents can snake, man. My advice to the youngins about agents, man, is get to know them, man. Try to get to know them, and they, at the end of the day, they work for you. You don't work for them.
So what type of advice would you give a youngin right now trying to seek agency or representation?
Get to know them. Go spend time with them. And like I said, see their history. Obviously, everybody gonna come with a nice portfolio, but obviously see their history and the contracts that they have negotiated and accomplished. And then, to be honest, man, it gotta be a gut feeling, man. It's hard because you can hide a whole nother world in your life, man. It's so hard to gauge people. Everybody tell you this and tell you that and promise you this and promise you that. You don't know what people gonna give you nowadays. But my advice, man, just spend some time with them, try and get to know them, and do your research on them.
Nah, and that's real, bro. And it's just blowing my mind hearing you talk like this because, like, your agent. I'm not to talk. I don't know the man from nowhere. But if I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking from an R3V standpoint, right? We got this kid that slipped into the draft, right? Not the draft, but slipped into the league. He in the league, but this is a kid that, you know, already had a deal with Nike as a team. You know what I mean? We hitting up. We gonna see what we gonna target that. You know what I mean? It got to be some type of campaign. You know, the lightest band in the league, something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna market all the Nike Thin stuff for. You know what I mean? Like,
but I'm gonna hold you up right there. You gotta think though. It's the time little guys weren't really in the league like that.
Okay.
It was all about running backs and having our formation and 2 wide receivers, and 2 big wide receivers out there. We're gonna play action and have, you know, do what we do. It wasn't about having 5 wide then. It wasn't. We ain't had no Pat Mahomes, them kind of quarterbacks back then. I came in right at the time and I left. Cause remember my second year in the league, they changed the kickoff rule. They moved it back. So that took my whole little kick return explosion plays out the picture. You know what I mean? So probably a year after I left the league, that's when we got Tyreek Hills coming in. Then you got offensive coordinator that's believing in little receivers. You know what I mean? D-Jack was probably the only receiver that I seen that really got off at the size that we had the size of. And that was because he killed college. You know what I mean? He was Deshaun Jackson in college. But other than that, little receivers really weren't in like that. So as far as them thinking about market, to be honest, they probably didn't think I made the team, bro. They probably wouldn't think I made the 53. To be honest, so they were like, we just gonna give him a shot. And I turned up so much in preseason, they had no choice but to keep me. But that whole thing was, I had to be the 4th receiver. You know what I mean? With the roster structure. If you're a punt returner, you're the 4th receiver on the roster, right? But the way our offense was structured, Kyle Shanahan never trusted me on offense. So I never played receiver. So they never think I would be still on the roster. So as far as them thinking about marketing me, yeah, it would have been a brilliant idea, I think. It would have been a crazy idea. Like, to this day, like, I think I'm gonna write a book on my life or some shit like that. But it would have been a crazy idea. Like, to be honest, I had companies coming at me like with little statues of me, like, can we do this, can we do that? But like I said, I was here and there with these agents, I didn't know which way to go. And by the time I was there, I got hurt, so then it was just the timing was messed up and everything.
Gotcha. And I appreciate that. And that's important for the people that's watching, man. You know what I mean? Just getting you somebody that, you know, where the money is. You know what I mean? Who gonna focus on you? Who gonna have the best interest in you? Who know what you like? You know what I mean? Who know your situation. So you hit it right on the head right there with, you know, just, you know, that advice. You know what I mean? Get somebody that know you, that's invested into you. And always remember, bro, they work for you. We work for you. You know what I mean? It's a service thing. So that's real. So fast forward, man. You with the Skins. Preseason went crazy. You know what I'm saying? I like I said, I'm a fan, bro. I'm the dude that was Kirkin when you would break for 60, 65, and it's a flag on the play. I'm like, come on, bro. My man, they finally kicked it to him. He got it. Now it's a flag on the play. Come on. You know what I mean? With the 1-6, with the 1-6 with the dreads hanging out the back. So I said, he from Southeast.
I was a little gangster then.
Bro, man.
Yeah, man, that was a dream.
Talk about it, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, to be honest, like, half my family was Redskins fans already. So it's like a dream come true. Like, it was the Cowboys fans or Redskins fans. So when I really made my mark in DC, man, that shit was dope, man. Obviously, DC ride for their team. Win, lose, or draw, bro. But they gonna talk shit because you lost, but they still love you. They
So
come
you
out
know
the next.
for real.
Oh yeah, they
You know for real.
I know the real. But yeah, it was a dream come true, man. The city was, Chocolate City, man. Prior to that, I never been to DC.
Yeah?
Yeah, me and John Wall got there on the same day, and I never forget, bro. I went out and the first night, and I said, this might be my home for life. I'll never forget that.
Where y'all go?
What's that? No, I remember Love was Park though.
Oh, okay.
Park. It was like more upscale-y. So that thing was rocking though. It was like levels on it. Yep. And then when the stadium obviously.
Yeah.
Then we went to some crazy shit called Ibiza. That was a little wild though. We were lit though. We was in there. We were young though.
Yeah.
We were young though.
That's alright.
It's a strip club beside it, ain't it? Like
That's alright.
Fuegos.
Fuegos
Or something like
you know
something. Yeah.
Thanks and Fuegos.
Hey, when I first got DC, I was out, man. I ain't gonna lie,
that's
man.
right.
But y'all embraced me, man. Y'all showed love, man. I was chilling with Wale, all them. Like, I was in the city, like, show me love, man.
Nah, that's real, man. So talk about some of the dudes you played with, man. Like I said, Santana Moss.
To be honest, that was my big homie, man. Obviously, man, I looked up to him because I wanted to mimic my game like him, To be honest, like, I remember growing up, I wanted to go to the U, Miami. Everybody wanted to go to the Miami and play football. When I was in high school, I was going to Miami. You couldn't tell me nothing. But obviously, Santana Moss, all them guys were there. So I've been looking at him, and then once I knew what kind of football player I wanted to be, because prior to that, I always wanted to be a running back. I'm running back. But obviously, I know I was too small to be running back. But once I seen I remember Dante Hall and Santana Moss, and I was like, man, they're my two favorite guys to watch. And then once I got there, I never forget, man, my first day walking in there and seeing him, it was like, damn, that's Santana Moss, bro. I had a poster of you in my college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, in my dorm room. But it was dope, man. He OG, but who the real OG was in there when I first got there was Joey Galloway. Y'all remember Joey Galloway? Yeah. So he was the real OG. So he was my OG in there. I had to carry his pads, go get him coffee and shit.
Yeah.
But Joey Galloway and Santana Moss was there, man. It was two cool dudes. Like, they was there, like, playing with them was like a dream come true. But obviously, that was the first year Donnie McNabb signed there. So coming in there, seeing Donnie McNabb, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing with Lamont Landry, London Fletcher, D'Angelo Hall. He was there. He was a cool dude. We all hung out there, invited me over, embraced me. Obviously, Trent Williams was the first round draft pick. So I was there with some dope dudes, Brian Arakpo. He was there too. Brian Arakpo. Yup. So who else I was cool with? Clinton Portis was there.
CP.
Yep. So
He was in his last few years, right?
So check this out. Listen to the running backs of my rookie year. It was Clint in the training camp. It was Clinton Portis, Larry Johnson, Willie Parker, and what's the other nigga that turned up? Ryan Turan. Remember he came out of nowhere and went crazy from Arizona? Yeah, so that joint was crazy. So I seeing all of them, man, it was just a dream come true, bro. It was like seeing some OGs on the team, bro. I was having fun at the same time. But then again, you start losing, so. Yeah. But just in the league, I was just embracing it every day, bro. But seeing Santana Moss and Donnie McNabb and Joey Galloway was just amazing to me, and playing with them. Like, seeing Santana Moss practice every day, it's like, damn, that nigga running routes like that. Man. That nigga catching punts like that. Man. I watched D'Angelo Hall catch 8 punts. Yeah. Like that, bam, 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 like it was nothing. Damn.
That's all right, yeah. They say the boys was real.
Philip Buchanan was out there. I thought he was nice too.
Yeah, them boys was real. Them Florida boys was different, man. They say them boys used to take a shot of Henny for the game, man.
That's actual fact.
They say Clint Portis, they say him and Santana used to be off the Henny before the game.
So my locker besides Santana in the game in Landover and in Ashburn. We practiced in Ashburn, Virginia.
Yeah.
So my locker besides Santana, man, he used to man, let me get hit that one time. Yeah. He like, bro, they gonna give you an extra boost. I'm like, bro, you be lit before the game. He like, man, by the time you get to the game, you don't really be drunk, bro. You just be amped up, ready to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I tried it one time with bro, but that's their thing to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just their thing to do. That ain't me. That's right. But that's just their thing. That's the actual fact story, though.
Nah, I never forget, bro. I've heard it and I did it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was late for the bus. Cause me and my man Rob, true story. We was late for the bus, man, pulling out. It's homecoming, 200. What the hell? We was on highway and catch the bus. Right. So we like, shit, we drive. I know where the hotel at. You know what I'm saying? I go to the hotel, coach on some. Man, you missed the bus. You can't come here. Go back home. He ain't let me stay, bro. I'm on time for me. Right. Made me go home. I said, all right, man, you know, I'm hot. You know, my mother, like, shout out to my mother, man. She's like, man, don't worry about that shit. I got y'all back. Y'all good. Y'all good. Boy, she pulled us a shot of Henny. Boy, we take a shot of Henny, boy. We go to the game. I got to pick that game, too.
That's wild.
We won. My boy Rob got to pick that game.
Hold on. Time on. They sent you home. They still let you slay?
Yeah, I had to sit out the first quarter. So you already know I missed the first quarter and I was on the sideline.
Hey,
I was on the sideline hot, boy. That's a true story though.
Everybody got their way though.
And I contest to you not. I sat out the first quarter one game and I had the best game of my motherfucking life.
That's what some people need. You need somebody to put your back
shit.
to the wall right quick to show you something. That's how I be though.
Yeah, man. So so you did your stint with the league and in the league with the Skins, man. Cool, you threw a touchdown to Santana. You running back kicks, man. I mean, you was out. I'm telling you, bro. Real live fan, bro. You was doing it. You was it for us.
It was
like, you know what I mean. You was doing it. So let's talk about, you know, how your career ended in the league and then the transition to CFL.
All right, so my third year, 2013, it was lit, to be honest. I thought I was about to get a new contract because RG3 came.
Yeah.
So when RG3 came, we kind of ran like the little option.
Him and Alfred in the back.
Yeah, Alfred Morris. So I was kind of in the mix on offense. So I'm thinking I'm about to get it in. So Thanksgiving, just the Cowboys, man. I ran a route out the backfield and got hit, tore my hip up. You know what I mean? So I got hurt a little bit. So obviously, so, you know, obviously I'm ain't nothing but speed. Yeah. So they never thought I'd be back to, you know, the guy that I was before that. So they didn't offer me another contract. Actually, I came back early that year and tried to play through it, but I never was the same. Like I ain't produced it the same. I was hurt. But I was fortunate because I was trying to get that new contract.
Absolutely.
But I never was the same, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't cut, nothing the same. And we actually went to playoffs that year. And then I'll never forget, bro, going into the playoff week, they told me they was gonna sit me down. I ain't even playing the playoff game because I was so hurt. And then after that, they ain't offered me, we lost first round playoff against Minnesota Vikings. And Brett Favre, I remember that shit. And then they ain't offered me a contract, bro. I was beat up, so I rehab. I'm thinking I'm about to start working. So this is back to the agent thing.
Yeah.
So I'm rehabbing, getting my body back in shape, trying to, you know, work out for some different teams. Whole time my agent telling me he doing this and doing it, he got me all lined up. So when the doctors cleared me, I'm gonna have workouts lined up. When I got cleared, I had nothing lined up. So I fired him. So now I gotta look for an agent. Yeah. You know, I'm going to my third agent. So this going into right before a draft of 2013, I'm sorry. And bro, I never got another call, bro. I feel like I don't know what happened. I don't know if I got the word around was like I never healed right or something like that with my hip. But I never got another trial, bro. I still don't know why to this day.
We're gonna fast forward later to that old decade team, you know what I'm talking about?
Right. But yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, look, cause you already know, man, sometimes certain things happen to us to birth.
Right.
The next mountain that we got to climb that ain't so rocky, you know what I'm talking about? It put us in position to where, yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. And we able to leave it there. Because God got something better for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To where we more appreciated over there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
More valued over there. People understand the value of who you are over there. You know what I'm saying? Your actual true character and who you are gets to actually be exposed over there. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel it was making that transition from the NFL to the CFL?
To be honest, it was an easy transition for me because if you think about it, the game over there, the Canadian game suits my style of play. Right. The field's wider, the field's bigger. Then punt return, they got a halo rule. They can't get it within 5 yards. It's no fair catches over there. So I got game. I got time to do whatever I want to do, you know what I mean?
So you could call donut, huh?
So my transition, it was more smoother than other players that went from NFL to Canada. So I took off as soon as I got there, bro. And man, I made a name for myself. To be honest, bro, the first year I went there, we went to the Grey Cup. We lost, obviously. I'm 0-3 in the Grey Cup, by the way. So we can't. I'm great, but I ain't that great yet.
I got you.
But no, man, the transition was easy for me. I had fun, bro. I was out there, feel like I was playing no disrespect to other players, but I feel like I was playing back in the park with my friends, just running around having fun.
I bet so. You took a field goal to the crib.
Right. Yeah, I got the longest.
Yeah,
I got the longest field goal ever returned in history. Like 128.
That's solid.
That's crazy.
That's solid.
Right.
That's a throwback tackle. Home from we play throwback tackle. That's throwback tackle.
Exactly. It's like I said, playing in the field with your friend. Like I said, man, the game in Canada suits my style of play. So me transitioning to Canadian football was probably the greatest thing I ever did in my life. Obviously, everybody want to be on the high pedestal in NFL, but obviously God wanted me to be in Canada and doing what I'm doing now. So.
And you playing receiver.
Right. So. But to hold off on that, bro.
Okay.
I've been in Canada 7 years. I just started playing in receiver 3 years ago. So what happened was my 4th year in Canada, we started 0-6, bro. Coach got fired. I don't know if y'all remember a coach by the name of June Jones that coached in Hawaii. Remember Coach Cole Brandon that was throwing about 500 a game back in the day, 5 wide receivers.
Yeah.
He came in and started coaching us, and he put me in the #1 wide receiver. He called me when he came in and was like, I want to put you at the #1 wide receiver. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I barely know how to run routes.
Yeah.
I know how to run routes, but I ain't no technician route runner. You know what I mean? So he gave me the opportunity, bro, and I'd have had a 1,000-yard season ever since.
Since 2017, you nothing less than a stack.
Right.
That's all right.
Take advantage of the opportunity, bro. But to be honest, that's just what I needed. I just needed the coach to believe in me, to give me the opportunities, man. To be honest, bro, you put the ball in my hands, I'm gonna make something happen. So either way, however you want to give it to me, let's get it. You know what I mean? That's how I approach every game. And like I said, when he came in, he got hired, bro. I had 10 targets a game, bro. But if you're a dog, you get 10 targets a game. You don't got 7 for 100.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what you gonna do then. That's a lot of opportunities, you know what I'm saying? So he's feeding me a ball, you know what I'm saying? So I just took advantage of it, man. I made the best of it, and now I'm here.
Yeah, that's real, man. And now you know, the last season y'all played, I saw you, excuse me, player of the year.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Most outstanding player over there.
That was crazy, man.
Most outstanding player of the whole league.
That's crazy, man. I mean, I never guessed Brandon Banks from the south side of Raleigh to be the best player in a professional football league. I mean, I'm not discrediting the CFL, but that's a dope, man. Like, the best player ever, in that season.
Yes, he is.
That's I remember when they was telling me that I was nominated for, I'm like, damn, me? For real? But at the end of the day, like you said, in a humbling way, I feel like I deserved it, you know what I mean? Because obviously the numbers speak for themselves. Not one game I felt like I was stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a dope feeling, an honor, and I'm happy that the Canadian League presented a guy like me with that, because it usually be quarterbacks, you know what I mean? So it was a dope experience, man. I'm trying to go back to back this year.
That's real, man. That's real. Banks from the south side of Raleigh, man.
Right.
Hey, to be the 2019 most outstanding player of the year in the CFL, that's real, brother.
Right, that's
real.
Crazy, bro.
So look, man, I want to switch gears, man, before we close out, because obviously everybody can't play for the rest of their life. We hear it all the time. You're not gonna be able to play this game forever. Right. My career was cut short in college. You know, my second game, my senior year, I bruised my spinal cord. You know what I mean? I was paralyzed. So, it was cut short. And immediately I thought about my plan B.
Right.
What's my plan B? Right? It's a lot of youngins out here that want to go to the league, but they know what NFL stands for. And if they don't, let them know, bro. You can look at that camera right there and tell them, bro, what NFL stands for.
Not for long. It don't stand for long. I was on Th3. I was fortunate to do 3 years by the grace of God. But like you said, man, not saying, to be honest, cause I'm gonna be honest, man.
Yeah.
I'm not with that plan B stuff. Because if you focus on plan B, you ain't focus on plan A.
Okay.
But obviously, in reality, you got to have a plan B, if you get what I'm saying.
Nah, for sure. For sure.
Obviously, you got to have, I feel like if you're in your career, once you get in your career, you obviously got to, it's more things to life than the game or the sport that you actually play. And obviously, nobody beats Father Time unless you're Tom Brady. So it's gonna come to an end someday, right?
You close. You close. Well, you've been playing for the clock's still ticking. You still out here.
So everything's gonna come to an end, man. Everything got an end. So obviously you need a plan for when things come to an end. And obviously the way the world works nowadays, you gotta have money and things like that to take care of yourself. So obviously for that thing, you need to have a backup plan. So I wouldn't say that I didn't focus on a plan B, but I always knew that I needed a plan B. So I always knew what I wanted to do. So I focused on my career, but I mean, when I finish, I think I'm gonna be more focused on being in the community.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna be giving back. I got a son that's coming up. I'm gonna coach him.
Okay.
But like I said, I never had like just a plan B. I want to do this and do that. But I always know what I like to do.
Right.
I like to give back, and I got a story to tell as well. So my plan is after football, man, I'm just gonna give back. Obviously, I'm gonna get in the business world, and I like the trucking business, box trucks and cargo vans and things like that.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, you gotta do things to make ends meet. I mean, like you said, that sports don't last forever. Unless you hit a lottery and get 100 million, you're chilling your butt rest of the year. It don't work like that. Reality is reality. You gotta set yourself up for life. It ain't even about you though. It's about your kids and your grandkids, and it's wealth. Man. When you set yourself up with wealth, man, everything else life will be all right.
Nah, that's real, man. For the people that's watching, man, Banks got a story to tell. For the authors, the book writers, I mean, my man got a story to tell, man. Get with my man, because it's fish grease right now, man. Right. A lot of people don't know, and I might get my hand slapped for talking about it, but I gotta jump out there, because you did something that nobody has ever done in the CFL this year. During this pandemic, you had a NFT go live.
Right.
You had a player card NFT go live. First person in the CFL to do it. People ain't even hip to it.
Right.
Some people looking right now like NFT. Right. Oh, I thought he said NIL. Right. Like people don't know. It's fresh.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's up the sleeve. I'm gonna keep that to the heart.
Right.
What I know about it, but I'm gonna let you speak on it because you know you did it. You jumped out there and you was the first person to do it. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Well, you know, shit. You know how the world going now, man. Everything digital currency. Everything all about what's on the internet. What you see now. Everything is visual. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day we had the little playing cards. We used to do trading cards. So now what everybody's doing, what companies have now is they have them same trading cards is visual on the internet now. You know what I mean? So where I first seen it was my son came to me and asked me could he buy something for Steph Curry on the internet, like $80. I'm like, what is it? So we went and bought it, and it was like his trading card, but he talked to you in the messaging. So I started looking it up or whatever it was, and I came to the NFT. They showed me what NFT was. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I started reading up on it, but I ain't really pay attention to it till the cryptocurrency and all that stuff everybody started getting involved with that. Then I think it was Conor McGregor. I think I seen him do one.
Conor
McGregor did one. And,
went crazy.
I think it was over $1 million or something.
Went crazy ASAP,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I seen him did one and did. So what happened was a dude DM'd me on Instagram and asked me that I wanted to create one, but I kind of ignored it because I didn't know too much about it. And like I said, my son brought it to me and I started reading up on it about it. Then when I seen that Conor McGregor sell for $1 million,
hold up.
I was like, hold on, let me open this DM right quick. But no, it was a real DM from a real company that was really interested in dropping an NFT for me. So we started engaging in the conversation, and like I said, man, we raised over $3,000, and I gave it to a charity that I deal with back in Canada. Mm-hmm. All the money, I gave it back to them. But man, like so many people engaged in the conversation. Like I said, the way the world going now, everything's so digital and technology that them cars gonna be worth something. Mm-hmm. So what I did was I did a one-on-one to let people bid on it. So now I'm about to do a 1 of 10. Yeah. You know what I mean? So 10 people gonna have 1 of 10. So within a couple of years, the value gonna go up with the digital process of how technology is advancing. You know what I mean? So hopefully it'll be worth it. $1 million like Conor.
Hey, we gonna talk offline because we gonna talk offline.
But for real, I got some companies that's really doing their thing with that stuff, man. Like for real.
Nah.
So hey, that's love. So beyond like you were saying, I was the first CFL player to drop one, and to be honest, I think 4 or 5 more players about to drop theirs next month. So set the trend, but open the doors for everybody, though. You know what I mean?
You know something over here at Th3, but a little bit.
Right.
A little bit.
That's solid, man. Hey, again, man, we want to appreciate. We definitely appreciate you.
I appreciate you having me, man. It's dope, man.
We love to have you in the cave again, man. We definitely gonna double back on it and have a part 2 or something like that. And shout out to DeeBoogie TV. Shout out to Th3 TV, man. We got so much more content coming for y'all, man. Stay tuned. And that's a wrap for today, fellas.